Brighton versus Arsenal. Lads, today we are back with another preview, and despite today being the day where I should have posted my Man City vlog, obviously due to the coronavirus, Arsenal did not play the game and the game got cancelled. Now imagine booking your train tickets, booking your match tickets, booking your travel there and back. You get up at 7 AM in the morning, ready to go to Manchester, you check your phone and you go, hang on a minute, the game's been cancelled. But yeah, lads, in terms of today, we are versing Brighton in the Premier League. That, of course, is down to if the game even goes ahead. But yeah, in terms of Arsenal's league position so far, of course, Arsenal still remain in 9th place. But of course, Arsenal still have a game in hand in comparison to the teams above them. And in terms of Brighton, they are currently 15th in the league and they are fighting relegation. In terms of the previous meeting between Brighton and Arsenal this season, it was at the Emirates Stadium. It was Freddie Youngberg's first home game for Arsenal. I was there as Brighton won 2-1 at the Emirates. And lads, we cannot let this happen again. Now, in terms of key team news for Arsenal, apparently the likes of Cedric Soares and Kieran Tierney could be available for selection, and in terms of Brighton, who really gives a damn? So with Arsenal chasing down the top 4 and Brighton fighting for their lives in the relegation zone, this game is a must-win game for both teams. So with that being said, guys, let's get into this video and allow me to preview Brighton versus Arsenal, give my predicted lineup, a lineup that hopefully goes out, because if the game goes ahead, then yeah, it'll be absolute scenes. Gods! I asked you very politely last time whether Arsenal could get the win against Manchester City. Now, of course, we didn't lose the game, but that's because the game got cancelled. So next time we play them, just yeah, give us a win. Cheers. Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Balsorty. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a brand new video. Today, of course, we've got another preview, another predicted lineup. I am sorry, this was meant to be a match day vlog for the Man City game, but of course the game got abandoned, it got cancelled, and there was nothing to really make about that game. So therefore, lads, we're gonna skip to the next game for Arsenal, which of course is Brighton in the Premier League away from home. And yeah, this game is not gonna be easy. As I have said in the intro of this video, Brighton are currently fighting relegation, and they are fighting for their lives in the Premier League. Therefore, they need to win this game as much as Arsenal need to win this game. That's if the game actually goes ahead. Obviously, I would love to see the game go ahead, but it doesn't matter because coronavirus does not give a damn about what I think. Please, just let the game go ahead. I want to watch Arsenal play again. Quickly though, lads, before we get into the video itself, make sure to go down there, smash a like on the video as always. If you like, smash 100 likes again, your boy would appreciate it. I've seen the love I've been recently getting on my channel, the likes, the interactions, the comments, and trust me, your boy really does appreciate it. Also, if you can subscribe to the channel as well and support your boy would appreciate it. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers and we are getting there, so if you can subscribe, it would help your boy out a lot. And also let me know your thoughts in the comments on the video, on the lineups and your predictions for the game, and also will the game even go ahead? Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And without any more further ado, lads, let's get into this video and allow me to give you my predicted lineup for Brighton versus Arsenal in the Premier League. God, just let the game go ahead. Coronavirus, me and you, we need to talk. Actually, on second thought, we don't need to talk. Just stay as far away as possible from me. Going off, lads, in terms of the goalkeeper, this is standard. This is the fault. It is Bernd Leno. I am getting bored. I am getting tired of this. Every preview I make, yes, Babs puts Leno in goal, but what else can I do? The man for me is the second best goalkeeper in the league. In fact, let's put Alisson to a side because the man's injured. He's the best goalkeeper in the league right now. He's the best goalkeeper in the world right now. Please excuse my awful sarcasm. But yeah, in terms of Bernd Leno, there isn't much debate. Our second goalkeeper is Emi Martinez. He can't kick a ball to save his life. Leno for me is one of the best goalkeepers in the league and also in the world. So for me, this is a no-brainer. It's very easy. Bernd Leno starts in goal. Boring, Babs sorting. Moving on to the right back, lads, and this is gets very interesting. I'm gonna go for Cedric Soares. Now, in terms of Cedric Soares, of course, he's recently returned to full training for Arsenal, and of course, having signed him back on deadline day in January, we have not seen him play a single minute for Arsenal, and that's of course because we signed him with an injury. Imagine signing a player injured. I swear to you, only Arsenal could do that. But yeah, in terms of Cedric Soares now, he's returned to fitness and he has returned to full training. Therefore, that means he is available for selection. And in terms of our current right back situation, that helps us out a lot. In terms of Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we know that Mikel Arteta does not rate the man, so let's put him to a side. Sit down, Ainsley, and shut your mouth. And in terms of our first choice right back in Hector Bellerin, according to David Ornstein, who's come out recently, Hector Bellerin is currently nursing a groin injury and he's been playing through painkillers. Respect Hector. Now, of course, in terms of Bellerin, the man is not only getting ripped by the players he's playing against, but also the Arsenal fans. But obviously, now that the news has come out that the man's been nursing an injury, it kind of makes sense to why the man's not been that good. And therefore, for me, like Hector, I respect your effort, but you can sit on the bench as well. In terms of Socrates, the man is too stiff to play right back. So therefore, that leaves us Cedric Soares, who, let's just give him his debut. Brighton away is not an easy game, let's not forget, but also Cedric Soares is a Premier League proven player. I'm sure the pressure will be too much for him. So Cedric Soares starts for Arsenal. Add him to the list of players that are better than Trent Alexander-Arnold. on the fraud. Cross. Fraud. Moving on to the centre backs, and the first centre back, the right side centre back, is going to be man like David Luiz. Don't know why I said David, his name is David Luiz. But yeah, in terms of David Luiz, this is very simple, this is very standard, this is very default. Luiz under Arteta has been so good, not only in terms of being a defender and defending and that, but also when it comes to passing out the back and playing out the back. He is probably our best ball playing centre back. And in terms of Mustafi, yes, Scotland, I do rate you, and I think you should win the Ballon d'Or, but you can sit on the bench because David Luiz is a far better centre back when it comes to playing the ball out back. And yeah, he's probably right now our best centre back. I can't believe what I'm saying. David Luiz is our best centre back. On to the left sided centre back, it's gonna be Pablo Mari. Now, of course, having seen Mari play twice already, and it should have been 3 times if the Man City game hadn't been cancelled, Pablo Mari looks very promising. Now, of course, let's not go over the top and say he's better than Virgil van Dijk, but of course, why are we comparing to Virgil van Dijk? The man's a fraud. I think in terms of Pablo Mari, you can see now where Arsenal signed him. Not only is he a very physical player, he's a very tall player, he offers Arsenal a lot of height at the back, but also that left foot of his, man, boy, he can ping the ball left, right and centre. It's very satisfying to watch, and of course, he's a very good ball playing centre back. And of course, when it comes to playing out of the back and playing, passes out of the back and offering options playing out the back, Pablo Mari offers Arsenal a lot of balance playing out the back. And therefore, lads, to complete the defensive partnership at the back is going to be Cannavaro and Alvini. I mean David Luiz and Pablo Mari. Moving on to left back, lads, and this is also very easy. It's going to be Bukayo Saka. I mean, saying that, of course, in terms of Kieran Tierney, the man has returned to full training. He is sort of available for selection, but I don't think Arteta is going to throw him in. But I still don't think he'll be much fair enough to play for Arsenal and play him in an away game. And of course, having not played to West Ham back in December, it would not make sense to throw Kieran Tierney straight back in. And of course, we don't need to throw him back in because we've got Bukayo Saka, who is the best left back the world has ever seen. Babs, your sarcasm is getting very boring now. So yeah, lads, in terms of left back, it's pretty standard, it's pretty devout. It's going to be Bukayo Saka. Boring, Bass 14. Moving on to the central midfield, and the right side midfielder is going to be Dani Ceballos. Boring, Bass 14. Lads, I am so sorry, but what can I say? Dani Ceballos has been probably our best midfielder so far on Arteta in the past few games. We've won all 3 Premier League games that he's played in. For me, this becomes a no-brainer. In terms of, you look at our current central midfield options, he's probably the best ball progressor we have, not only in terms of his passing and his progressive passing, but also when it comes to dribbling out of the midfield. We don't have that many midfielders that have that level of dribbling ability, dribble into midfield and into the attacking areas. And so therefore, lads, this again becomes a no-brainer. Vintage Bass 14. It's a must-win game for us. We have to go full strength in this game. Dani Ceballos has to start. Moving on to the left-sided central midfielder, it's going to be his partner in crime, Granit Xhaka. Lads, for me, Granit Xhaka has to start, simply because, as I already said, it's a must-win game from Arsenal. We need to play a full-strength team. And in terms of, if you look at recent Premier League results, we've been winning a lot of games recently, a lot being only 3 games. So therefore, you want to keep using that winning formula as much as you possibly can. And in terms of the midfield partnership of Ceballos and Xhaka, they seem to complement each other very perfectly. When you've got a right foot and Ceballos and left foot and Xhaka, you get options playing up the back, playing from midfield. Of course, it also opens up more passing lanes, and therefore for me, lads, it's going to be boring Bass 14 again. Xhaka, Ceballos in midfield. I mean, do you really want to see Guendouzi start? Do you really want to see Joe Willock start? So yeah, stop complaining then. Moving on to the attacking midfielder, and it's going to be Mesut Ozil. Babs, can you stop being so boring? Lads, for me, in terms of this game, Mesut Ozil has to start. Why? Because he got an assist in the last game, which was his first assist in the Premier League all season. What? But yeah, in terms of Mesut Ozil, I'm getting tired of saying this, but he is the only player in our current Arsenal squad that has the ability to create chances, to be the attacking midfielder, to be the number 10. He's the only natural number 10, and therefore, me lads, we don't have many other options to play in that role. So unless you want to play Joe Willock, which you obviously don't, Mesut Ozil has to start. Every game for Arsenal now is the must-win. We have to play the strongest team possible, and in terms of our strongest team, Mesut Ozil will always get into that team as long as he's at that club, because the man is a generational number 10, and if you dare compare him to Bruno Fernandes, you, my friend, are a massive fraud. But yeah, stop comparing a generational playmaker to a Nando's employee. On to the front 3, lads. It's going to be Nicolas Pepe at right wing. In terms of Nicolas Pepe this season, I know a lot of Rival fans are quick to say, oh, he's been a flop, Uber Eats didn't work, whatever. This flop has 6 assists in the Premier League, which isn't the best, but for a flop, it's not bad, is it? And in terms of Pepe for Arsenal, I think it's essential to see him start. In terms of what he offers us coming in from the right hand side, the dribbling, the ability to bring players towards him and drag players towards him, which obviously makes spaces for other players. And also, lads, the 6 assists is currently the highest at Arsenal this season. If you look at the stats of Brighton's defence, they have averaged a goal conceded per match of 1.38, which is actually worse, which tells you can get at the defence, and therefore for me, lads, you need to start like a player who can get at the defence and hopefully bag a few goals and get a few assists. Moving on to the striker, lads, and it's going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, of course, if you watch my last preview for the Man City game, which of course was a preview for a game that never happened, still don't know why it got cancelled, but yeah, in that video what I said is I wanted to see Aubameyang start down the middle. And I know in terms of Aubameyang, he is able to play on the left hand side, but by the end of the day, his best position will always be down the middle. If you look at his best days at Borussia Dortmund, he was a striker. His best games at Arsenal, Arsenal will be as a striker, so you play him as a striker down the middle. Here is a stat for you guys. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has scored both of Arsenal's 2 Premier League goals at the Amex Stadium. The last player to score Arsenal's first 3 goals at the specific stadium was Ian Wright at the Dell in March 1994, which tells you there and there Aubameyang has a good record when it comes to playing at Brighton away. And in terms of Aubameyang himself, the man is currently joint top goal scorer in Premier League. He scores goals for fun, he takes chances for days, unless of course it's against Olympiacos. And in terms of our other options down the middle, Nketiah is good but not good enough right now. And in terms of Alexander, like I said, he does not work and does not function away from home. So for me lads, that leaves us with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who has to start down the middle. Moving on to the final position, and that is the left winger, and that is going to be Gabriel Martinelli. Pele's Godson may have not started against Man City because the game got called off, but he has to start against Brighton. Of course lads, in my last preview for the Man City game, what I said is I wanted to see Pepe, Aubameyang and Martinelli be on front three, and the reason for that is pretty simple. I think first things first, if you look at that front three, you can see straight away that has fantastic pace. Pepe's rapid, Aubameyang's rapid, and Martinelli's also rapid. Not to mention Martinelli's also Pele's Godson, may I just say. And in terms of the front three, I think what it gives Arsenal is also balance going forward. We've seen in plenty games this season where Arsenal had a front three where it's lopsided, either Aubameyang's on the left hand side and everything goes for the left hand side, or it's times everything's on the right hand side. For me lads, we need a system going forwards, we need balance going forwards, and in terms of that front three offers us balance. So for me lads, it is pretty simple. The front three has to be Martinelli, Aubameyang and Pepe, aka MAP, MAP. Me character, I hope you're listening, I hope I made it clear enough. Martinelli, Aubameyang, Pepe, you better start there my friend. I'm looking at you Mikel, I can see very closely through that screen. What are you in for? Start Martinelli, Aubameyang, Pepe. Over to you. But with that being said guys, let's end the video there. Of course, first things first, I want to apologize for it being a very similar video to my last video. I didn't want to make this video, I wanted to make a matchday vlog, but of course with the game being cancelled, that left me with not many options, and therefore this preview had to come out. So therefore lads, yeah, if it came across a bit repetitive and a bit boring, I do apologize. But of course lads, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to go down and smash a like on it. Do subscribe to the channel also if you are new, and also let me know your thoughts in the comments on the video. Let me know your predictions, and also let me know your predicted lineups. So with that being said guys, let's end the video there. This has been my predicted lineup for Brighton vs Arsenal. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully the game goes ahead, because listen, coronavirus, me and you, we need to talk. Actually no, stay far away from me, but yeah, just let the game go ahead. Arsenal vs Brighton. Come on you Gunners, and yeah, I'll see you next time in a bit.